Check it out, man. It's your boy Marty Keys TV once again, man. And I'm back with another one, man. Before we get into the story, bro, I'm going to ask y'all to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man, for more news and situations like this coming from the streets, man. Hey, I just wanted to get into this story right fast because I was seeing some situations that was going on. It seems like there's a pattern going on where drill rap is again under fire by the government, man, by the local, state, and federal government. You know what I'm saying? The NYPD has charged two up-and-coming drill rappers from out of Queens, New York, with gang charges, attempted murder, and gun possession charges or whatever. These two guys, man, they young guys, man, out of Queens, man. We got Mayor EBK. Everybody who, you know, anybody from if you're from the streets, you know what EBK stand for. And then you got Sav G, man, one of his homies or whatever, man. They both have been charged in a 11-man, 57 count or 52 count indictment by the NYPD gang intrusion and gun violence departments. I don't know their age, man, but, man, this is another sad situation. We just seen that Young Thug just went through 2 years of trial when he could have lost a lot of time out of his life, which they was thankfully pronounced, you know, not guilty in they charges. And then now we seeing Lil Durk going through what he going through, in which he haven't even started trial yet, and he could be facing the rest of his life in prison. So it's getting bad out here, people. It's getting bad out here, man. If you live in the street, man, it's time right now that you might want to get out of the streets, man. But like I said, these young guys or whatever, they from out of Queens, New York, and they have gotten indicted in another gang indictment where it could be a possible RICO charge. Let's get into the news story about it.
Total 11 people have been arrested. They're facing a total of 57 charges, including attempted murder and gun possession. Prosecutors say they tried to kill rival gang members as part of an ongoing turf war, leading to unnecessary violence in their communities.
All right, Fox 5's Lisa Evers had a front row seat to this case and joins us now. Lisa, tell us about what you saw.
Well, Steve and Natasha, we got an exclusive look inside the NYPD's takedown of a violent Queens gang that police say terrorized people living in Southeast Queens with reckless drive-by shootings and running gun battles in residential neighborhoods. And they say the gang leader of the A-Tray moving Crips was actually a 33-year-old man who started training teens as young as 14, training them how to pull the trigger and who to shoot.
Making this right on 145. Copy. Oh, we in contact with one. Get out of the way.
We were embedded with the NYPD's Gun Violence Suppression Division and supporting units as they implemented Operation Deadliest Catch. It took them months of investigations and thousands of hours to get to this moment. Their goal? Take shooting suspects they say are the worst of the worst off the streets.
Their recklessness. The fact that they'll go out there, they'll shoot up a house, they'll shoot up a bus. They don't care who's around. We know bullets have no names, and they have no regard for human life.
The police are asking us to put on these bulletproof vests because many of the suspects that they're about to take down today are wanted for violent gun offenses. Before we hit the streets, Assistant NYPD Chief Jason Savino addresses officers from the Gun Violence Suppression Division and supporting squads including warrants and the 113th Detective Squad, reminding them of the incident in the surveillance video. Two cars roll up to a house, park, and then they jump out shooting with an entire family asleep inside.
2 cars, 4 guns, riddle that house with bullets, with children sleeping inside.
Subjects are 11 members of the A-Tray moving Crips gang. Queens DA Melinda Katz, who has made working with police to get guns off the streets and bring down gun violence a top priority, says those gang members found guilty will pay for their crimes.
The 57-count indictment charging 11 defendants with conspiracy to commit murder, attempted murder, attempted assault, reckless endangerment, and the criminal possession of a weapon.
Me and my be stepping. If If he talking no bro, we gon' send him.
Two of those indicted are aspiring drill rappers Amir Harris, who goes by Mir EBK. EBK stands for Everybody's Killer. His rapping partner is Seth Johnson, who goes by Sab G. While many drill rappers are successful artists and not involved in crime, some are, says Captain Ryan Gillis. He says they use their lyrics to inflame their rivals called ops.
So the drill rap connection seems to always be a common theme in these investigations. Some people have more clout or more noteworthiness than others, but there's always a few members of the crew that take pride and like to antagonize.
One by one, the suspects are brought in to be booked on serious felony charges, ranging from weapons possession to attempted murder. Mr. Tanis, police say that you gave young teenagers guns. Is that true? So this is where all the suspects are being taken in here, right?
Yeah, we're bringing all the suspects here subsequently to the investigation.
And then what about this case troubles you the most?
We have a 33-year-old individual that's essentially orchestrating these shootings. He's recruiting younger individuals, younger impressionable individuals at that. And what is he doing? Putting guns in their hands and telling them where to shoot and who to shoot.
Now, police tell us that they are not after gang members themselves, but just a small percentage of gang members who are actually shooters. Now, if the defendants in this case are found guilty, they're looking at anywhere from 3 years to 25 years to life behind bars.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's a sad situation, man, for these guys to be so young and these guys to be facing all of these charges like this. They saying that it was a 33-year-old man who basically was teaching 14-year-old kids how to really go and shoot and pull triggers on people and go and spin the block on the ops and stuff like that, man. Man, as a 33-year-old man or as the elder adult to these kids, man, you know, you should be trying to teach these kids something different other than trying to get these kids to go out here and make stupid mistakes, man. We living in a time, man, where it's not like it used to be. You know, it's too much technology out here, man. We got cameras everywhere on the street. We got cameras on people's houses. You're not going to commit no crimes, so you might as well get off of the street. You might as well get out of the street. The streets really right now is dead. Anything going on in the street right now is over with, is dead. It's too much technology out here to keep on trying to keep thinking that you will get away with a lot of these crimes. Everybody is going down. If you're going to be a rapper, if you're going to be coming up, if you're trying to get your people out of the hood, if you're trying to make a better life for yourself, that's cool. Go and do that, man. Go and do that and just leave the streets of shit alone. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here trying to be in the streets and then trying to be something positive at the same time, because the negativity is always going to prevail. You know what I'm saying? It's a very few of people who was in the streets and they actually made it out and became successful. We look at King Von. Look what happened to King Von. He became successful. He was still in the streets. He was allegedly doing a lot of stuff in the streets, but he was taking the beef, to a personal level. And look what happened to him, man. At the height of his career, he was unalive. And that was a devastating situation. Like I said before, look at Lil Durk. Lil Durk was been one of the top rappers for a very, very long time. And now look what Lil Durk going through. It could be devastating to not only his career, but it could be devastating to his life in general. And look at all of the people that he's leaving behind out here on the street. You got his kids, you got his girl, you got his his family, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Who was dependent on him to, continue to be the blessing to their family. We just got to stop making stupid mistakes, man. If we got some positivity going on in our life, man, let's just keep on trying to build on the positivity, man, not the negative. You heard? Like I said, man, these guys, some young guys, and they're going to be facing a lot of time in prison, man. Hopefully they can, get found not guilty or something like that, so they can have a second chance to come out here, man, because I can't stand to see a lot of these young dudes going to prison for all of this time and not coming home, man, and being away from their families and have to go through all of these trials and tribulations, man, because it's not a good look, man. It's not a good look on nobody, And like I said, man, as an OG, if we older than the kids coming up in the streets, man, let's try to teach the kids to do something better. Instead of teaching the kids to run around and trying to and unalive other kids or whatever. Man, let's teach the kids unity, man. Let's teach them how to play sports together, build a basketball team, build a football team, build a recreational park or a recreational center where they could come together and actually do something together in unity instead of having to come together in competition or have to come together in some kind of chaos and violence. You know what I mean? That's not going to work. And for the youngsters, man, if you going to prison for the rest of your life as a young person, you're going to lose a lot as time goes on. Time don't stop when you go to jail or go to prison. You heard me? Time going to keep going. You going to have your mother out here. You going to have your family out here. Those people are not going to be here forever. So if you go to jail for 60 years, it's more than likely that your mom is going to not be here at some point in time while you're locked up. You know what I mean? And you're going to lose a lot. And you're going to look back and you're going to wish that you would have been a different person, you know, while you was young, to the point where you could have took care of your people, and instead of being away from and them to have the burden of them to try to take care of you while you behind bars, man. We got to think different, man. We got to have a different outlook on everything. You know what I mean? The streets is not where it's at no more. The streets is done. The streets is over with. Everybody got to see that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't put yourself in a situation where you got to be a snitch or you got to be anything like that, man. Just put yourself in a positive situation to begin with. Strive for positivity, you know, because if you think about it, a lot of people don't chase success because they don't want to have to go through what it takes to become successful. But think about this though. When you lose in the streets, look at what you got to go through at the end of all of the street stuff. You know what I mean? At least when you're trying to chase success, man, that's just the beginning of it. Once you get through it, once you get through what you got to get through to get to that success, man, the success is there. You're going to live your life successfully. But if you in the street and you doing dumb shit, you're going to be out here, you know, in the street first. And it's going to be fun to you, yeah, at first. But then once, you know, and it's not an if, but when you get caught and you have to go do all of this time, or shit, even worse, you know, you might be one of the casualties of it in the street and not even be here no more. So you got to think about it. For the little bit of time that you in the street and you get caught, look at all the time that you're going to, you probably be gone for 40 to 60 years. If you catch a body and you get caught, you probably could be gone 40 to 60 years, and that's a whole lifetime right there. A lot of people don't even live past 60. You know, opposed to you going to school for 12 years and then going to college for another 4, and then you having 50 to 60 years of your life after that to just be successful and make a lot of money and be out here and, you know, living life without having to look over your shoulders and have to worry about what's going to happen to you next. You know what I'm saying? You can get out here, buy you a house. You can take trips. You can have whatever car you want to get. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just put in that little bit of time at the beginning of your life to be able to get to what you want to get to for the rest of your life. You know? Instead of vice versa, doing all that dumb shit in the beginning of your life and having that what you deem as fun, and then having to do hard time in the the rest of your life. You know what I mean? So with that being said, man, I just feel like, man, us as people, man, we got to become smarter, man. And if we older and we teaching kids dumb shit, man, you got to smack yourself in the face, bro. At the end of the day, man. We got to teach these kids to be better, bro. We got to be better. You know what I mean? With that being said, man, this your boy Marty Keys TV once again, man. Hey, this been another video. I'm going to ask y'all to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, bro, for more videos like this. Peace.
Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be both.